Welcome back, everyone, to Casa de la Horseboat for the Gears Cup Series live here on Twitch.tv. Again, I am Tom Torrey, a.k.a. the Horseboat, bringing you anything and everything that comes with the Gears Racing League. Again, tonight got a lot on our agenda, and we're going to get into it in just a moment with the Gears highlight reel from last week here at at Texas. Give me just one moment. We'll make that happen. We go, Gears Cup Series,
Green
Buckle
flag,
Bunny
green flag.
250, right here on Casa de la Horseboat. But we have kept a reasonable amount of really, really good drivers, got a solid core, always looking to build on that every year. Van Drugman, now your new leader to the inside of Aiden Donahue.
Let's go, Drugman. That's my guy. That's my guy.
The deuce of Van Drugman out in front, and if you do not pull the reins in on him, he will be gone in a hurry. Throughout the season, we're early on in the season, so we do expect those high numbers as far as it goes. But I do expect them to drop off here about a month. Whoa! Contact between the 34 and the 11. The 11 then going up and causing another shitstorm with the 75. Everybody saves it. Everybody's okay. Back to what I was.
They held it together.
They did. It was fucking wild there.
Caution, yellow
And
flag.
we have a caution. First one of the night. And who is it? Oh, it looks like Pollard is involved. Gets a little loose. And can't keep it. It goes sideways. Hits the wall. And side by side, I wish we had a little bit more of a zoomed out picture. Screw it. Let's go blimp cam. Oh, Parrot Huggins. We caught it just in time. Taking a seat. Travis Stroney is toasted. Yeah, he's already loose. You can tell he's just loose, and it snaps up.
It's like he's hitting the B button. Mad.
Again, this race has been going pretty smoothly so far. Oh, smacking the wall, I believe, was Mike DeWalt, able to keep it together, but it looked like he did make contact. Again, one caution so far, and that was a spin. Excuse me, two cautions so far, which one was spin by Nate Pollard for the first one, and then Parrot Huggins with his car getting out of control and smacking the 14 of Travis Stroney for caution number 2. The race was canceled because drivers were passing out from over 5 Gs of forces. I remember that as well. People were complaining that they were going at so many speeds that they were losing consciousness in the turns. Oh, Ryan Roberts is speaking of possibly losing consciousness. Oh, he keeps it together. Lucky son of a bitch. That's what she said. That is definitely what she said. Van Drugman in, Aiden Showtime Donahue in, Mike DeWalt in, Jake Hall in, Kyle Munson inserting himself in. Van Drugman, as we were speaking, dominant performance right now, has a almost 4.5-second lead over the 82 of Aiden Donahue. Min Hang is in third, Nathan McLaughlin in fourth, Skylar Comstock fifth, Mike DeWalt sixth, Jesse Becker seventh, Jonathan Militia eighth, Ken Dorian Davis ninth, and rounding out your top 10, William Robinson. He is sawing at the wheel to keep that thing straight, so I don't know how he's doing it. We got a yellow flag. Where is it at? Oh no, Stephen Gurley
really
Jr. and
up,
Christian Taylor. Oh man. Hopefully these guys stay parked. Full speed. Again, Taylor. Yeah, looks like Munson got a little loose. Taylor lost control, and then Gurley with that Refuge Medical Training sponsored machine finishing that off.
Caution.
Oh, we got a caution. Nate Pollard yet again bringing you back in from the loose and loud. Perfect timing. Slowly loses it. Snaps the wall, hits off the wall. Hits Ryan Robertson, our in-race reporter, you son of a bitch. Oh, and then Jake Hall gets hit as well, joking aside. I didn't mean to call him son of a bitch, I thought it was funny. 57 all over the back of the 97. 4 wide for a millisecond. Aiden Donahue coming for that ass, as is Van Drugman. Here we go. Bang indoors, William Robbins. 57-82. And there it goes. The 35 up the track. Oh my God. 35, and that was our big one here, folks. Van Drugman, and it looks like the 97 and the 40 again. Teammates getting a little crazy, and Drugman trying to shoot the gap, and that's when all hell unfolds. And then the 35 of Austin Thomas. Yeah, it went from bad to worse real quick. We got 30 laps to run yet.
Team Storm, so many shout-outs.
The yellow flag is out.
And we got another accident. Ken Dorian Davis now in the wall. And the hits keep on a-coming. Let's see it in full time. Let's walk it back.
I got some questions for the in-race reporter if we get him back in the booth by any chance.
Oh, yeah. I think he gave it his all there in the last 5 laps or so, because the gap is starting to widen. Van Drugman doing almost like what a python would do. Just kind of wrap you around and put you to sleep. And that's exactly what he's doing right now. But your winner coming out of turn 3 and 4 in the THD Design Ford Mustang, the Deuce of Van Drugman.
Crowd goes wild as Drugman takes the checkered flag.
All right, well, I hope you enjoyed last week's Cup highlights from Texas. Van Drugman getting win number 1 on the year and stacking them up all time. Again, I am Tom Torrey, a.k.a. The Horse Boat. Alongside me tonight, special guest Andrew Bisag, a.k.a. Trenoir. Welcome to the program, Andy. How are you feeling?
What's up, everybody? Glad to be back and glad to see the highlights from that race last week, and definitely nice to see my pick take home the win last week there, Tom.
Yeah, it was huge. Van Drugman really showed up and showed out and pieced out for the win. Again, bringing in the booth here real quick, looking high above in the MeetYourMom.com blimp cam at Dover, as we have about 53 drivers here tonight. That means at least a baker's dozen is going home. But first, I want to talk to somebody that we have been meaning to hang out with for some time, and we'll get him in the booth here. A man that really doesn't need an introduction, but will do so because it's awesome. Gary Owen, YouTube sensation in the iRacing community, here with us tonight. Gary, how are you tonight, sir?
I am doing well. Thanks for bringing me in. Appreciate what you guys are doing over there on the broadcast, and just excited to hopefully focus on making the race first, and then hopefully we can have a pretty solid effort tonight.
Yeah, I know. I mean, we have a lot of drivers. It's 40 plus here for most weeks. Early on here, almost 60 last week. But Gary, let's talk a little bit about you. I know you're big into the iRacing community, and being a popular content creator in the iRacing community. What would you consider one of your greatest accomplishments so far?
My greatest accomplishment so far probably is one that I would say very few actually know about. Is just from my content creation. I got a cool opportunity. It would have been last year or 2 years ago now, to do a few kind of projects with Joe Gibbs Racing.
Wow.
And just, I think we did 2 or 3 projects together for a few weeks, and that was really cool. Not a lot of people know about it. I didn't talk a whole lot about it, kind of kept it quiet, but that would probably be my biggest accomplishment so far.
I mean, that is a big flex. I mean, me and Trenor have done nothing of the sort, so that is freaking awesome.
Yeah, dude, that's really cool.
I mean, on the onset of when you started to do this, what was your goal when you were starting to make this content?
I don't really know, to be honest. It just, what's kind of sparked it all for me originally was just, I would watch, NASCAR creators, and I always felt like there was something missing from their videos that I could bring in myself. And that was kind of my driving force, and it kind of created just like my end goal of just, wanting to create stories for people that keep them engaged throughout, every like season of like NASCAR career modes that I do. So I guess that was kind of my end thing, was just create an engaging story. And I feel like that was something that was always lacking with other people, and that kind of inspired me to kind of do it myself. And obviously it's worked out fairly well.
Yeah, I mean, I've watched some of your content and checking it over. I mean, you go in depth. I mean, you have you're starting up a podcast again, I saw, and then seeing some of the stuff that you've done with NASCAR Heat with some of the modding that you're able to do is really remarkable. And I love that storytelling ability that you bring to the table. I guess, the best thing that I wanna share with the viewers out there, if you have a child or a young person that wants to get into content creation, this is a guy that you may want to follow. He's a great storyteller. He does a lot of things on his own. He does collab, obviously, with people in NASCAR. But if you can give advice to any young kids out there, what would be a good basis to start?
I mean, if you're doing like something similar to me, where it's like video games or like specifically in the NASCAR space, 2 things at least that I've learned that have been the biggest kind of benefits is, number one, just consistent. If you want to do it, you got to do it consistently and really engage it and turn it into a hobby that you're just gonna you want to do it every single day, and you're just pumping out content. And the next one is just don't listen to a lot of people. I mean,
dude, for real.
I've been told so many times, like an idea that I have is just stupid and it's not going to work. And then I'm like, okay, thank you for the advice, but I'm not going to listen to that. And then I go and do it, and it usually turns out to be like some of the most engaging and more successful ideas that I've had, on the channel, that leads to, great things. So yeah, consistency and just don't be afraid to get really out of the box creative and not really care what other people are going to be putting in your ear about it.
Absolutely. Again, drum to the, go with the beat of your own drum. That is something that we follow here quite painfully. So I guess let's start with some Gears related stuff. We've got about 30 to 60 seconds here with only a few races in the season, and I know you've only raced maybe 1 or 2. What stands out to you the most in regards of competition, and how does it compare to other leagues early on?
Well, I've raced in a few leagues so far, Nitro League, Core League. Big differences between even those 2 leagues, and then this one here with Gears being included is so different. Just from what I noticed from myself, I also checked in on last week's race there that I unfortunately had to miss out on, but just the competition is high. And I realized even from practicing tonight, I'm in a car. I haven't driven this car in, I don't know, 4 years now. So it feels so foreign to me, but just seeing the competition, it's really, really high. But another thing that stood out to me is the league and the competitors and everyone so far has been really accepting and open and really respectful to each other, which I've been in other leagues where it's, very different from that. And I think that so far the experience here has just been fantastic in just a few weeks that I've been a part of it.
Well, we run out of time for any more questions. I had a bunch
Already?
more related. Yeah, I know. It's already 8 o'clock. I know you got to go qualify here. Give me about 30 take about 30 seconds here. Anything coming up in the near future fans should be excited about, and go ahead and plug your channel because it's displayed right now.
Yeah, you can check out my channel on YouTube, Gowen, Gowen. I'm going to plug, I got a cool series in the works coming up on NASCAR Heat 4, where we're going to be modding in the Car of Tomorrow, and we're going to be starting a career mode that starts from 2008. And it's going to go all the way to current day NASCAR eventually in probably 4 years from now.
That is fantastic. Well, Gary, I'm excited to have you, man. I know Andy is here too. Excited to have you again. A Canadian in our ranks here, a wonderful and proud Canadian.
Canada.
We are very happy for you. You beat our ass in hockey this year. We're going to go forward with our tail between our legs. Gary, good luck tonight, and hopefully we'll see you in victory lane.
I hope so. I appreciate you guys doing this. Thank you.
Oh, you are welcome. We got to go real quick, transition over, make it fast, as we have to show you the points. Everybody needs to know what the hell's going on with the points, and I'm going to give that to you right before we get going.
Want the points.
We want the points, and we want it now. Again, top 20 here in your points. Biggest mover, Jonathan Militia, 24 spots up into 15th. Colby Hogan, your leader, with a 17-point lead over Kyle Munson. Skylar Comstock, Michael DeWalt, Van Drugman, Blake Schneider, Ryan Robertson, Brad Gutierrez, Mike Hasty, and Brandon Meyer. Thing to note about Brandon Meyer here, this will be his last night in the Gears Racing League for a minimum of 10 weeks. Hopefully we'll see him back in May, going down with hip surgery. So best of luck, speedy recovery, my man, and I hope you can get back to racing as soon as possible. Looking at the key changes here tonight. Actually, I don't have the key changes, damn it. But anyways, this is not your grandma's next gen, or this is not the next gen car. This is the Gen 6. So you're going to see a little bit more horsepower tonight and a little bit different than what you would see in the next gen car. So let's get you out on the track right now as we are getting set for green flag action here, taking you through qualifying right now. Aiden Showtime Donahue fastest with a 22:17. Let's see if we can find somebody that hasn't showed up. And actually, let's follow our guy, Gary Owen. Gary Owen gonna do his thing. Let's bring it in. Gary coming out of turns 3 and 4 to start the day. And he is up to 6th already with a 22:34 in that Target Chevrolet 87. Down the backstretch into 3 and 4 he goes. Looking smooth. Again, Dover recently redone as well as the other tracks. Looking beautiful. And let's see where he ends up.
A great looking car, Tom.
It is a 22:34 qualifying 7th best. Brandon Meyer we just spoke of. Oh, got that Camel Ford Fusion, or Ford Mustang, excuse me, not Fusion. Talking out of my ass. Coming out of 3 and 4, crossing the finish line for lap number 2. 22:42 was his first best lap. 22:56 will be the second. And Dorian Davis shutting her down. Austin Thomas getting some laps in. Again, 33 spots have qualified.
Bitch, pop that ass, come to green.
Yowza. I'm Sable, Han 070, Zonia T-Gas, Sean Sinclair, Super Freak Gaming X. Thank y'all for the follows. Refresh the paint. You're telling me what to do. You followed so you could tell me what to do. That's a no-no, my friend. But we'll refresh the paint just for you because I like you. Again, fastest so far is Aiden Showtime Donahue, Colby Hogan, Van Drugman, Mike DeWalt, Joe Stafford, Eric Sable, Gary Owen, Fortson Poston, Nathan Fuller, and Connor Rowe Your top 10 currently out. Who's going to sit out tonight? Mike Poole, Andrew Allen, Steven Jr., Jason Harrison, Christian Rockriegel, and Christopher Blacleeds. Chris Fulsen with a recent follow and recent trash talk. I love it. Thank you very much for that. Again tonight, Womp Womp Racing with a follow. Holy shit, we're 5 away from 600.
So close.
So close, yet so far. I'm breaking out an old-fashioned Wisconsin style here tonight. See if anybody's going to qualify out. I don't think so. Nate Williams not going to qualify here.
I just wanted to say, Tom, tonight's
Yeah.
Broadcasters Pit Stop sponsored by Soul Boxer Brandy, shifting gears to a smoother finish.
That's right. That's right. Nice and smooth like a baby's bottom. And the race of shame now going to take place, but we're going to hang out and talk. Again, Trent Noir, Andrew Bisag in the booth
Let's
with
talk
me
picks,
tonight.
Tom.
Talk picks. I mean, I think Mike DeWalt has yet to get a win. He is on one of the biggest dry spells I think I've ever seen Mike be a
Well,
part
we're
of. But I
both
think
on Mike DeWalt tonight then, because that's who I put in the chat before, so that's awesome. We're both pulling for our boy tonight.
Mike DeWalt really has a good job of doing that. Let's see. So last year, little bit of information. Dover, when one of our not as good races ran, again, 20 cautions with 18 different penalties. So these guys are really going to have to pay close attention with their car, especially with the uptick in horsepower. Money shifting in first. You're going to go right, straight 90-degree angle, right into the wall. And that's going to be the end of your night because we don't do fast repairs. We're out here. Brandy Old Fashioned. I'm cracking the bottle on this one. I got it for a birthday present back in November. I'm finally cracking this baby open. Again, Race of Shame taking place. And we are high above in the meandyourmom.com blimp camp. Again, use the promo code My Chick's a Freak for 50% off, courtesy of Jonathan Militia.
That's a deal.
That is a seal of a deal. Like seal a seal. Oh, shit. My ice cubes
Is
aren't
that pretty
cubed
rough?
yet.
Pretty rough or what?
No. I went to try to break my ice cubes, and they're still partly water. So we're going to pass on that. We're just going to go straight into it.
Rev up your engines with Soul Boxer Brandy.
That's right. It'll
Official
get you drunk.
fuel of tonight's broadcast for the Holy
it-
Crash
it literally
and the
will.
hangover tomorrow.
Going to work like this is going to be awesome. But here it is. I'm not drinking at all, so don't ask me.
I mean, it's 64. Looks like a 64 ouncer. Oh, that's a bottle of brandy.
Yeah, dude. It's getting it
Oh,
on.
that's a big bottle of brandy.
Brandy Old Fashioned. It
Yeah.
has everything you need in it. The brandy, the bitters, the pure cane sugar, the cherries, and the orange peel. All you need is my fat ass.
Epic.
I'm having a big glass. I'm going to nurse it all night long. And my wife is going to be surely annoyed when I come to bed tonight.
Ready, green flag.
Big shout out to the fam. I feel like Brett Favre. I got to ask the fam every year, do I want to come back? Do I want to do this? And honestly, I'm a sucker. I love this shit.
It's always a good time hanging out with you, watch a race, Tom. And
Yeah.
these guys always put on a good show for us. So
Again, got this appropriate Mickey Mouse glass. Got about 4 or 5 fingers worth here. We're gonna nurse that down here tonight. So if I get a little sassy out in the chat, you know why. Let's talk to somebody. Let's reach out.
Gonna bring
and
somebody
touch
in.
someone. BT Row 21 with a follow. Thank you very much for that. All right, let's talk to one of the guys I like to talk to. Brad Gutierrez in the booth, enjoying some pre-race Race of Shame. How are you, Brad?
I'm doing all right, man. Yeah, I just got off of work not too long ago. I'm kind of tired, so I don't know. So I think it's affecting my performance, but we're doing good nonetheless. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. I'm going to take a sip of my brandy old fashioned here and get the show on the road. Brad, where'd you qualify? Because I didn't see you. I thought you didn't make it. I was going to harass you.
Oh man, no, of course I would make it. Dude, come on, do you know me? I
I
qualified 13th. I qualified 13th. Dude, that's not good. I'm kind of worried because
That's bad.
yeah, it's terrible. But I know last year most of the wrecks happened with like 10th on back, so I'm kind of worried right now. But
I think
we'll
you'll
see
be
how it
just
goes.
fine. I think you'll
Yeah.
be just fine, Brad.
Yeah, defending winner. I know how to tackle this track, so I feel
That's
like I
right.
got pace to be top 3 again. It's just I got to get up there.
Brad Gutierrez again, last year's winner, trying to repeat it. 20 cautions, 18 cars penalized in the fray, but you ended up being the winner. Good luck to you tonight, sir.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. That was Brad Gutierrez. And let's talk to somebody else. Let's talk to our pick. Let's talk to our boy. President
here.
of the Gears Cup Series, Mike DeWalt, in the house for a brief moment before they get ready to go. The horsepower is up tonight, and the vibes are good. Mike, how are you feeling here at Dover?
The booth's got you
Feel
picked
pretty
tonight.
good. Oh, I appreciate that. I feel pretty good. Definitely left some speed out there in qualifying. Still got B4, so I think we got a good car tonight. Not sure how good the long run will be, but definitely feel pretty comfortable at Dover. Just need to get out and away from some of these cars.
Yeah, I mean, that is the most important thing is establishing yourself and then creating that distance. Mike DeWalt, I know you're one of the best at doing it in a dry spell, but the booth has your back tonight. The power of the horse boat is upon you. Good luck to you, sir.
Thanks. Hopefully we can get this DeWalt flexible Toyota Camry in victory lane tonight.
Whoa.
Might want to write that down, but I love it. Good luck, brother.
Thanks.
Got to give
Tom,
him a hard time.
Okay.
What?
So I gotta ask you, how are these guys, being that you've been here for a while, you've seen these guys drive on super speedways, short tracks, whatnot. Like, how are these guys gonna keep Drugman from whooping that ass like last week?
Well, you can't let him by, and that's the thing. Like, as soon as you let him go, you've lost because he's already on his agenda. If he gets to advance his agenda, it's going to be night for you. 6 feet under, that's it. The thing is, you have to keep him in your rearview mirror, but you don't like that either because it's uncomfortable. The guy does intimidate you. The guy knows more than probably what you know, and he's half your age. So there's a lot of intimidating factors that go along with that. But Drugman, a clear favorite every time he hits his wheels on the track.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely put on a show last week. It's going to be real interesting to see how these guys contend with his, awesome skills this evening. We are at a smaller track, so.
20 seconds to go. Go ahead and grab a beverage. Get ready to go here as we have 200 laps at Dover.
They
The
passed
Dairy Queen
on the
200.
left side.
Cookies and cream in your dreams. Let's get it on. 10 seconds left.
Thanks to all the people coming out into the chat, support their favorite drivers. Storm
Absolutely.
Motorsports, number 96, Waynette, Dad's watching.
That's right. That's right. We're going to get ready to do our grid walk here in just a moment. Again, I hope you all are ready to go because we are. Again, live above in the MeetYourMom.com. Blimp Cam getting ready for the action about to unfold. Let's do tonight's grid walk, courtesy of the Gears Racing League. So again, tonight on the front row, Aiden Showtime Donahue. On the outside of him, the 10 of Colby Hogan. Again, the 2 of Van Drugman appearing nowhere, and on the outside of him, the 20 of Mike DeWalt. In row number 3, we have the 75 of Joe Stafford and the 30 of Eric Sable. In row 4, you have the 87 Target Machine of Gary Owen and the 26 Ford of Fortson Poston. In row 5, we have the 24 of Nathan Fuller and the 5 of Connor Rowe. In row 6, we have Skylar Comstock and the 71 of Brandon Meyer. The 84 of Brad Gutierrez and the 6 of Blake Schneider take up row number 7. Row 8, we have the 35 of Austin Thomas and the 33 of Gary Smith. Alex Tilley in the 12 and the 91 of Merrick Watchhorn round off row 9. In row 10, we have the 22 of Ken Dorian Davis and the 43 of Josh Cole. Row 11, we have the 7 of Ryan Robertson, the 69 of Jonathan Militia, the 66 of Nicholas Van Hemert, and the 96 of Christian Taylor take up row 12. Row 13, we have the 448 of Tristan Acevedo and the 1 of Aaron Dowdy. The 77 of Robert Rossello Jr., a new in-race reporter, and the 48 of Chase Crawl in row 14. Row 15 is the 65 of Andrew Jamelin and the 72 of Mike Hasty. In row 16, we have the 34 of Wes Amick and the 14 of Travis Stroney. In row number 17, we have the 18 of Kyle Munson and the 11 of Min Hang. Ethan Wasnowski and Joseph Enright, Aiden Lunn and Chris Bishop, Jack Stanley and Floyd Stewart, with Mike Poole and Brandon Meyer rounding out fourth. I think we've had people starting in the pits, so that really threw everything off. But Aiden is going to be your leader here as we get ready to go green flag racing again. These are not the next-gen cars. These are cars with horsepower and speed. Can snap loose at any second and make your life a living hell in the race car. Stephen Gurley Jr., you will be all right, my brother. Again, the competition is high in the Cup Series. And that goes out to any Cup driver that doesn't make the field. Again,
Man, that car that Colby Hogan is driving is wickedly cool.
It is.
Number 10, the Dello Especial, that's sweet.
Pace car is off. The 82 of Aiden Donahue leading us down. Flagman is ready. The Dairy Queen 200 at Dover is on. And already 66. And Mike Hasty in the wall. Oh, we have some hurt feelings right away.
Oh boy, that's going to be a
Holy
rough one.
shit. We're going to have to back that up because that got wild in a hurry. 66, Nicholas Van Hemert a part of that. Get you a blimp cam view because that was insane. Bring it back here in just a second. I can't say that I didn't see it coming. But to be fair, that was really, really wild. All
Wild
right,
and
bringing you back
crazy.
in now. Again, pay attention to the 66. That white and black Toyota. We're going to run full speed. Yeah, a little checkup, but then he just turned right. Too much horsepower in the 17, into the 14. 77, 65, 34 get together. 3 and 95 fender bender. And then it continues down the road.
You were saying
that
right
up so you
before that like these cars got some nuts, and that's exactly what happened.
And then we've got more action. So as that wreck was happening, we had another wreck across the finish line. Big checkup on the outside. 97, 91 takes the 84. Again, a lot of people's
Oh,
races
check up by the 33. It almost
screwed up
looked like.
because of this now. A lot of cars involved. The big one, even before we get through lap 1. Yeah, you see this 84 all over the ass of the 28. Again, teammates, and then you got 87 and 24 banging in front of them. Again, inexperience
Oh yeah.
is a killer in the Cup Series, and it's rearing its nasty head right now.
Well, it definitely takes a little more skill to drive on a track like this as opposed to last week's track. I mean,
Absolutely.
not very much room out there for these boys, and a couple races are ruined, like you said.
Yeah, definitely not what you want to have happen if you are the driver. Again, unfortunate circumstance. But again, something that I can tell you that I kind of saw coming off. Again, there's a lot of guys who practice a lot for this. So I completely understand if somebody's a little upset. Dover's a hard track, and it's hard to qualify in, and then once you get in, you got to avoid everybody else. See, it looks like Ethan Wisnowski. RJ Bishop 98S, thank you for the latest follow. I'm not going to refresh my schemes while I'm trying to stream. I tried to do that once, it didn't work. I'm gonna let it go. He can worry about that next week. The 82 now, having control inside of the restart zone as we're trying to get back. Well, actually, just trying to get going.
Right. I mean, we didn't even get one in.
Drugman somehow ended up in second. And
Green
here
flag,
we
green
go.
flag.
Green flag action in the restart zone. Everybody taking a little easy, and you can see as soon, and Aiden Donahue just switched lanes before the start-finish line. I am sure that will most likely be a pen. Here we go. Everybody seemingly getting along for now. Look at this. 84 to the inside of 41. Gotta be a box camera angle. This is shit. And everybody so far, so good. I don't want to say it too loud, though. Donahue, Drugman, Hogan, DeWalt, and Sable, your top 5. Single file up front, first through about 12th. Well, actually 15th on back. This is good. This is good. Let's ride on board with our interviewee, Gary Owen. Again, wonderful having him in the booth. Maybe, I hope, maybe someday he would be more receptive of, maybe if he didn't qualify in, he could come hang out, which I know, I don't want to offend anybody, but it just seems like he's got a good mind for the sport. It'd be cool to pick his brain. Mike DeWalt in that DeWalt, what is it, Interstate Batteries machine, Toyota Camry. Looking good, working it.
Holding a good line there.
He is.
Tucking it in.
And we have another caution.
What you got?
Oh, cars in the air. Oh my God. I don't know, maybe we shouldn't have broadcast this shit, I don't know. Ooh, this music's kind of appropriate, I guess, I don't know. I'm gonna back that ass up and see what we can see on the Gears Cup Series into replay. Austin Dowdy looks like he is wrapped up in this. Oh yeah. Oh shit. All right, so I'm gonna paint the picture. The 43 of Josh Cole and the 1 of Austin Dowdy. Here we go. This is perfect. We're gonna watch it full time. We'll run it back. Looks like, again, a lot of horsepower here to the inside. A little bit of net code, a little bit of love, a little bit of a shove. Again, the 41, the 96, and the 7.
He just tried to bring it
and
down.
then the 1 hopping up in the air, almost flipping it around, but was able to keep her on the ground.
He just brought that car down a little too early. He hadn't cleared 43 yet and did himself in, really.
And if you look at it, it looks to me like there might have been a little bit of net code or a little bit of dive. Oh, yeah, no, there was touching. No, VSAG, you are exactly right on that. Didn't clear him. 43 and his body armor machine sent him packing. 41-69 bang doors. 96 Christian Taylor again. An unfortunate recipient of that accident. That is a bummer. And then Ryan Robertson probably getting the worst of it, and his night is probably done in that Prilosec OTC machine. If anybody's still on Prilosec, shout it out in the chat. I don't think I've seen that in a long time.
The old
Holy
Prilosec. Another unfortunate
to bring
incident was these boys can, you know, dial it in here and get a good run.
Oh man, we've got some pissed off people in our chat, but that is all right. That is all right. Everybody will be okay. I promise. Everyone, it's just a racing game. Let's calm down.
Right? I mean, if we never go to the hard tracks, people are never going to want to, you know, level up.
Oh, right. Exactly.
They'll get there. We'll get there.
Again, it is only, you know, the third race of the season. A lot of room to be made. Got 17 other races or 16 or whatever the number is, 16, 17. To able to have a good finish again tonight is unfortunate. Yes, they are. Chris Fulsen says Gen 6 cars are a ton of fun. I'm going to pin that because that is a true statement. Again, we'll get some drivers in here in a little bit. I don't want them to create a negative shadow on this race because, again,
Let's just let them drive.
let them drive, let them roll, let them, you know, I wish, you know, green flags were optional or yellow flags were optional, but not in this league. We don't do that. Pace car is off. Aiden is going to lead us down. 82 and the 2 seem to be forming a good rivalry. Ford versus Chevrolet, and let's get it on. Van Drugman in the Miller Lite Ford Mustang out in the lead, and that is trouble for everyone else. Again, you're going to see
Here
the
he goes.
Deuce out there a lot all season long. Every race he attends, he is a threat. As we are looking on through the field just to make sure everybody is okay. Might got to get my boy Ryan Robertson in the booth. Hopefully he's not too pissed off. Oh shit, I don't even see him in the chat anymore. I don't know if he's going to make it. Ryan, if you're watching the stream, we'd love to have you in the booth, but not if you're angry. Max V Fan 79 says my ex-wife was a ton of fun. Oh man.
Yeah, that's a statement that's open to
All
huge
right,
interpretations.
That is the new pinned message. See if anybody can top it. Because that is amazing. I love the humor. Keep it coming. You've got 41 of you. Bring it on. We're 3 away from 600.
3 away.
3 away, man.
If you're out there in the chat and you haven't already followed this man, hit the button, please. 3 more.
Right along on board inside the gyro cam of Nate Fuller. Funny thing about this guy, I think I pissed him off the other night. I still like Fuller. I don't know if he likes me. That's okay. Oh, shit. Immaculate Speed. I love that name. Immaculate Speed.
Ooh.
That's immaculate. And I'm not going to say what it rhymes with immaculate, but I'm sure you can put 2 and 2 together. Immaculate Speed, thank you for the follow. Bring us up to 598. 2 away. Chris Poulsen says she's still fun. Wink.
Still fun. Wink.
Wink. I love the wink. I love the wink. Again, single file. That's how we like to see it here at Dover for now. Big shout out to Brandon Meyer bringing cigarettes back. Make cigarettes great again.
Don't say that, Tom. 3 years now. We got kids. We got kids watching.
I'm joking. I am joking. Well, no, that we don't. You have to be 18 and up or watch with a parent.
Well, true. Okay. Fair enough. Smoke them if you got them.
That's right. Joe Camel said so.
Hey, I still run the Joe Camel car though occasionally because I mean it was a cool
It is a
character.
cool car. Let's see what this drone can. Lucky Rio with a follow. $5.99.
One away.
Damn, girlfriend. All right, you may notice the audio for the car has dropped down significantly. That's because we're on the drone cam, getting a little feel of what's going on out on the track. I don't know if I like this or not, but it's kind of a cool cam I wanted to bring in here tonight, as Dover has a lot of different, I don't know, places to spectate, I want to say.
It's
But
not bad.
definitely-
It's not a bad camera.
It's good, not great, right? Like, I think it's all right.
And it's nice that it kind of moves along with the flow.
It kind of follows it, right? Lucky Rio, looking forward to having you tomorrow night at Sprocket. Again, Texas is tomorrow night. I'll be there. I might wear a cowboy hat. We'll see if my wife will let me. Oh, and the 5 gets spun around.
What have you got?
And that looks like by the 48. And the caution is out. And we saw that live. The Miller machine of Connor Rowe. No damage, though. Remarkable save by the 48 and the 5. Let's back that ass up. I think the 48 is Chase Crawl. Yes, it is. We're not even going to give you the little video thing where you see gears. We're going to show you the replay right now because it's pretty awesome. And full speed, 48 and the 5. Yeah, looks like the 5 came off the wall, Trenoir. I don't know if you can confirm that for me or not.
I'm not
But it
sure
looks
because
like
I'm
it
trying.
was.
Yeah, it did look like he came off the wall. I got some black blinking going on in my replay, so my replay is not working for me on that one.
And Brad
That's okay,
Gutierrez
but
getting involved in that as well. Looks like no damage for any of them. Looks like they're going to get away clean.
No, let's talk some of the damage though on something like that. I mean, they definitely were spinning tires, and that does affect it, yeah.
Well, I mean, you may want to go get a fresh set, but with the limited tire sets that you have, it depends on where you're at in the race. Yeah, it looks like he locked them up. 48 and the 5. I think the 84 would be good, but the 5
he just
would probably
turned around them.
Yeah, he just turned them around. And he fixed the problem right away, so you got a big
Like
shout out to the
NASCAR
48.
meets early 2000s MTV. Funny
That's
as
right.
shit. Thanks, Immaculate
That's
Speed.
right. Next time on Road Rules.
And Road Rules. I was thinking like Wayne's World. We're in
Wayne's
Wayne's
World.
basement, but it's not
Dude.
Wayne's basement.
I wish it was. I loved Wayne's World. I mean, I know that dates us both significantly. But Wayne's World was a great movie. Loved it. Loved the shit on SNL, too. Let's see if we can find somebody to talk to. I don't know.
Welcome to Gears Ridiculousness.
Yeah, exactly. Starring whatever his Rob.
Horse
whatever
boat
his
and
name
the
is.
Trenoir. Horse
Yeah.
boat and Trenoir.
Let's bring Brad Gutierrez in here.
Get him
Brad.
in here.
I'm dead, dude. I'm dead.
No, you're not. Shut up.
dead.
But either way, what was your perspective on that? What was your thoughts on your perspective on that accident?
Well, I seen Connor eating the wall, or how you say, eat shit, like 3 laps prior, the same wall. And I was same wall, everything. It's just, I guess he hit the wall, got into chase, and I mean, I was too close to even to avoid it. Basically, I was just way
You're
too
too close,
close.
man. Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah. Like P did
That's
get
my
a
second
wife
record
party.
tonight, man.
Yeah, I mean, you really had to watch yourself there. But it looks like you don't have any damage, so you should be good to go.
No, so they're saying there's damage that like can't be repaired, and I can feel it. Like my wheels turn to the left just slightly a little bit, and
Wow,
it's
okay.
affecting the turning. So
The
I
car
think I'm
looks
done.
fine.
But
You
it
look great.
probably does. Yeah, it probably does, but it doesn't feel great. I'll tell you that.
Plastic surgery does wonder for Brad Gutierrez. Good luck the rest of the way in the USF Chevrolet.
Thank you, man. Appreciate
You're
it.
welcome. You're welcome. Brad is growing on me. Love the guy. He's really good. Appreciate him. Van Drugman, Aiden Donahue in row 1. Joe Stafford, Eric Zabel, row 2. Gary Owen, Colby Hogan, row 3. Gary Smith, Min Hang, row 4. Alex Tilley and Mike DeWalt, row 5.
84 Winkle says number 41 Chris Bishop has let me know that he sees the me and your mom blimp out the window.
I hope so. And DVDA for 50% off. Use the promo code.
Green flag.
Here we go. Green flag action. Back at it for the Dairy Queen 200. And good action all over the track. See that back of the field really jockeying for position. But Van Drugman out in front in that clean air, and that's going to hurt everybody else. Drugman, Donahue, Zabel, Stafford, and Owen, your top 5 right now.
Could we get a back-to-back this week, Tom?
Oh, there's definitely a high probability. Higher than a giraffe's nutsack in probability.
Ooh.
I mean, this kid, he's not even 21, has beer logos on his car, all right? You know, he's out here as a badass, acting like a badass, doing badass things here in Gears Cup Series. Man, he is our all-time
Rio says,
winner.
"Shoo, this is some racing right here."
This is some racing right here. This is some good green flag action that I know these boys can do. Vin Hang in that 11 machine, currently running in 9th, 25 positions up from where he started, which was 34th, having a hell of a run in that MH Design self-sponsored machine. And Van Drugman is out in front, and that is going to lead us in to our first Loose and Loud of the evening, sponsored by the Gears Racing League. Giving all that you need. 365 Gears Racing League. Get at it. saw some action. No, looks like no caution. Sounded like a dog howling at the moon. Not what I was trying to pull off, but it ended up working. But Robert Rosella, I was just going to bring him in for an interview. Probably going to leave
Glad
that one
you
alone,
didn't.
Andy. Yeah. Josh
One
Cole.
mistake, one miscalculation, it's all over, you know?
And again, so
Someone might just get lucky and win this whole thing.
yeah, so anybody new to this series or new to us, we have one guy in the booth that is race control. Again, he's human, not perfect. But iRacing actually calls the caution. So iRacing did not recognize that as a caution. We stay green flag racing. Now, if there were stopped cars or a pileup and iRacing didn't call it, obviously our race control is going to call it. But again, in that situation, looks like everybody's able to stay straight, go forward, and move on with their day. Unfortunately for some of those guys, not too bueno. Oh, more shit's going down. Van Drugman just shunted the 43 into the wall. What the hell is Josh Cole doing right now? Josh Cole has no rear end, hugging the outside wall. A danger to society.
Time to get out of the track. Get off the track. Keep that just bouncing.
He finally made it to the apron on the racetrack, but not without some drama and fanfare. And he's going to Alt F4, and his night is done for the moment. He's going to have to tow.
Bloop. And there he goes.
Again, Van Drugman, Aiden Donahue, Joe Stafford, Gary Owen, and Eric Sable. Your top five with Alex Tilley, Fortune Poston, Colby Hell Yeah, Brother Hogan, Mike DeWalt, and Gary Smith. Rounding out your top 10. The biggest mover so far is Min Hang and Joseph Enright in the 07 machine. Again, Van Drugman, not the dominant driver. I mean, he's dominating right now, but Aiden Donahue able to keep up with him, Trenoir. This looks like it's going to be a heated rivalry most of the season if these guys show up every week.
If they're going to be continuously running at the front, they're going to be hounding at each other this whole time. And, you know, we're seeing it again this week, just like last week. But I think Drugman's got a little competition this week, though. I mean, last week he really turned it up, and he was kind of just out there in front the whole time.
Texas is one of those tracks, Trent, that you really know. And sometimes you see drivers that can rip the top, and Jesse Becker was one of those guys that you saw last week really making that work without killing himself. And did a wonderful job. But Van Drugman, he just knows almost every old, and he's even better as a road course driver, which I know pisses a lot of our drivers off. But they do a really good job. Van does a really good job with him and his team prepping for the week's races and putting down really good quality laps to ensure that he makes the show. Ooh, I got the loose and loud up. I got to take that shit down.
Yeah, we're not loose or loud anymore. Well, you're kind of loose right now, but maybe not loud yet.
Not as loud as I probably should be. Trent, I know you're a couple weeks back into this now. Kind of getting in the saddle, seeing how things work again. I mean, I would imagine from year one to now, the competition is certainly... Oh, banging doors, 05 in the wall and around, and the caution is out.
Really doing a great job, man.
We'll talk about that when we come back.
How you doing inside?
But the 05 taking a back seat. Again, that is unfortunate for him and his team.
That's a pretty cool story, Immaculate Speed. Thanks for sharing that.
I love that. Thank you. Again, you guys saw that live. We're going to do something a little different here again tomorrow night. Texas Motor Speedway for the Sprocket Series. Twitch.tv/BasePuppy is the channel to check out. Again, same bad time, same bad channel there every single week for the next 13 weeks and counting. Base Puppy, aka Nate Williams, takes you through everything Sprocket Series related. Again, stream starts about 7:45 Eastern Time, 6:45 Central, with showtime being promptly about 7:55 Eastern. Again, if you're looking for more Gears Racing League action, look no further than the Sprocket Series tomorrow night at Texas Motor Speedway. And before I forget, and anybody speaks up, Gears Cup Series next week is going to be, trying to pull that up, at Nashville Super Speedway for Dolly's Music City 200.
Well, that'll be fun.
We'll be right here again. Nashville, always a banger, and we're always happy to have it. Again, next week, same bat time, same bat channel, starting the show about 7:45 Eastern, 6:45 Central. Again,
Dolly Music City 200.
yeah. Getting hot and sweaty with it. Pit stops are happening. Again, a little bit over a quarter way through this event. Van Drugman, Aiden Showtime, Donahue, Joe Stafford, Gary Owen, Eric Zabel, Alex Tilley, Colby Hogan, Fortune Poston, Mike DeWalt, and Connor Rowe, your top 10. Need Nashville and Sprocket. Here, Ace Snyder. We might do that. We'll see what happens in Season 2. Again, a lot of talk with Season 2. We're not going to reveal too much because I don't know too much about it. We're working on it. I met Cletus McFarland at Indianapolis Lucas Oil Raceway in 2022 before he was famous.
It's like Lucky Rio also did.
Hell yeah.
I really like getting these guys to share some of the race experience. It's kind of fun to hear what some of the viewers have been able to experience in their race lives.
Again, we only go to local racetracks. We don't have many that are Cup. Well, the closest we had here in Wisconsin was Chicagoland, and that shit's closed down. So again, our next closest spot is either, Indianapolis,
Well, they don't
Michigan,
do trucks
Kansas.
at the mile anymore, so.
No, they don't do any of that. So again, on the front row for the Dairy Queen 200 as we get back to Green Flag Racing, Van Drugman, Aiden Donahue, row 1, Joe Stafford, Gary Owen, row 2, Eric Zabel and Alex Tilley, row 3, Colby Hogan and Fortune Poston, row 4, with Mike DeWalt and Connor Rowe, row 5, and rounding out our top 10, pace car lights are off. And Van Drugman in the Miller Lite 4, number 2, in control in the restart zone. Here we go, back at it for the Dairy Queen 200.
Well, they do have the Slinger National stuff where they get some of the national drivers come and drive at Slinger, which is nice. But yeah, you're right. The closest NASCAR to us is a little ways away.
It is a little ways away. Again, if you are in Charlotte for the Coke 600 enjoying the weekend, the Gears Racing League will be there rocking their Gears shirts. And Mike DeWalt and others on hand for those festivities. I'm going to try to get there, but I don't know if I will make it. And we're on the car for the Art Series race Friday night. So we're very excited to do that. But hey, girlfriend, what's going on there? Looks like the Robbins family not here tonight. Very noticeable. Hopefully they are well. Van Drugman, Aiden Donahue leading this pack of cars with domination.
You know, they've been out front this whole time, but they really aren't pulling away too much. So that's.
I mean, once they get established on longer green flag runs, I think you see them kind of fade away. But you're right here, fresh right here as we are out on the onset. Definitely competitive.
Looks like you know, Drugman and Donahue, they're really just holding. Oh, we got a yellow out.
Everybody on the racetrack will be pissed off at somebody else on the racetrack before this race is over with.
I love my spotter, and he gives you everything you need to know. Again, let's back that ass up and see what we can see on the Gears Cup Series instant replay. Backing up. Looks like Joseph Enright. I think he just spins out. I think that's just it. We'll get a full run here, rundown. You see the 07 get off the corner onto the front stretch. Looks like perfectly normal. And then just, snaps loose. He gets sideways and it becomes a liability, which in turn, caution flag is out. So again, nothing like a little quickie caution to maybe get a little gas, maybe a little ass, so maybe we'll move on.
I love how you see that little wiggle before he breaks loose, just like skirt.
And that's the horsepower, man. This speaks to the horsepower that these cars had at Dover. Immaculate
Like
Speed
that
said, I went to
little left,
Denny's
right,
house
and then-
and knocked. He opened and said, "What are you doing here?" I said, "Dad." He said, "I'm calling the police." If you really did that, that's fucked up, man. For real, that's fucked up. Oh, we made 600. Chase Buckwheat 0 with the follow, bringing us to 600. Again, thank you so much for that. That means a lot. That means the world to me, man. I never
Try.
planned on getting anybody to follow.
Now we're on the
600
track to
people.
700, yeah.
Jesus.
On the track to 700.
One time my dad told me to walk my fish, and I did not know he was talking about my mother. What the fuck? I don't even know how to take that. How do you take that? No, that was a rhetorical question. I think you know the answer. No. No. As we're going to re-rack one lap to go before green flag action resumes. Van Drugman, 8 Showtime, Donahue, row 1. Row 2, Joe Stafford and Eric Sable. Row 3, Colby Hogan and Gary Owen. Row 4, Mike DeWalt and Alex Tilley. And row 5 with Fortson Poston and Min Hang. Again, Min Hang, the biggest mover of the night, going roughly about 24 spots up to the front.
These cautions keep coming out. They're going to stay racked up close.
Well, again, it's 200 laps, man. It's going to be tough. I didn't expect it to go green the entire time. I think you could hope for a little better. Drugman and Donahue leading us down, getting back to green flag action for the Dairy Queen 200. Again, the sights and sounds of Dover. Dover is a wonderful track. It can be kind of a bitch to drive. It all depends on your skill level. It also depends on the field and who's around you. Again, sometimes brakes are an issue. People don't know when to brake or how to brake in situations with a car as powerful as these cars are. It can be difficult for drivers that are veterans that have worked all week to get here, only to be disappointed by somebody else's misfortune or mistake.
Just means that everybody should be out there putting in their practice laps throughout the week, especially when they know there's a tough track on.
Yeah, absolutely. And what I love about that most is You know, I understand in the moment of what has happened, people are upset, people are frustrated, may say some stuff that truly they don't mean. But it's passion. They care. They care about what's happening. They care about their position and their place in the standings. And again, that speaks a lot to what it's all about. Again, love it or not, Dover is here. And these cars are here, and they are fast for the Dairy Queen 200. I think, Trenoir, it is time that we bust out the old loose and loud one more time. As
Heading
we
to
are
the loose and
approaching
loud.
halfway. But let's do
Happy
another
St.
loose and
Patty's
loud.
Day, Max fan.
Yeah, I didn't even realize it was St. Patrick's Day. But it is, and we're going to celebrate in the right phrase with here, a Gears loose and loud. You are loose and loud. bringing us back in now from the Loose and Loud. Again, I'm Tom Torrey, aka the Horse Boat. Alongside me tonight, special guest, partner
So
in
loose.
crime, so loose,
So
so
loud.
loud. That's right. Van Drugman in the lead, Aiden Donahue in second, Eric Sable third, Colby Hogan fourth, and Joe Stafford fifth. And big shout out to Alex Tilley in sixth with Gary Owen in seventh, Brad Gutierrez eighth, Min Hang ninth, and rounding out our top 10, Mike DeWalt. Big thing about Mike DeWalt, you haven't really seen him disappear outside of the top 10. Looks like he's trying to conserve a little bit, Trent.
Yeah, just holding back. Maybe he'll make a move here in the next, in this next green flag run.
I mean, we are nearly halfway there, halfway home for the Dairy Queen 200. Again, some of these drivers showing what they can do. Other drivers, not so much. But looks like Robert Rossello Jr. looks like he's being nice here, giving the spot back. Looks like that's Justin Enright trying to get back on track. Getting around
Viewers,
Chris Bishop.
so loose and so loud.
It's so loud. Can appreciate it. We're up to 600 followers. That is amazing. I appreciate that. Van Drugman working through traffic. 66 of Nicholas Van Hemmer right there. 35 up next on that list. Austin Thomas. Thomas, look at him. Whoa, got a little static cling on the iRacing. Back at him again. Van Drugman working through lap traffic with Aiden Donahue in tow. Trent, these guys, I think it's going to be the battle at the end with these two for sure.
Yeah, we've got Lurker back there too, but if they're gonna just take it home unless something happens, some catastrophic to someone up here, maybe lap traffic gets in the way, hold them back. But
Here's
if
a
not,
battle.
these guys are gone.
Yeah, for real. Battle third, fourth, fifth, and sixth right now between Eric Zabel, Colby Hogan, Alex Tilley, and Joe Stafford. A good battle here for the crack in the top 5. Joe Stafford on the outside looking in. Trying to go after the Miller Lite 12 of Alex Tilley to the inside. Joe Stafford goes. Trying to make that pass again. Dover, you can run 2 lines respectively, but it's that outside wall. It'll catch you when you least expect it. Ryman66 RAR says 600 followers for the best of the biz. Damn, girlfriend, thank you so much.
Somewhere, caution.
And we got a
Around the course
caution.
that last
Somebody
run, did you see
got
Andy
screwed
Rubber laying
over.
down
Oh! I don't know who the hell that was. Oh, Ethan Wisnowski involved in this one. Let's back that ass up and see what we can see. Again, we'll take it live here while we got you. We're not going to try to get around that. We're just going to let it happen. So again, 05 and looks like the 24 making friends. 24 moves up on him a little bit. I don't know, Andy, what are your thoughts on this?
Ooh, he lost a little momentum and he just kind of rode right into him. Pushed him out of the
we
way.
speculate here, and all of a sudden he's like, yeah, here's my beer, hold it. But both of them
Like,
getting
hey,
involved.
oh yep, tire hit him a little bit, got a little wobbly, broke loose the front end to rear end, happen every time. He was the target, so to speak.
That's right. Well, we are lucky enough to have an in-race reporter. Let's see if I can find him. Where is this guy? Well, my in-race reporter isn't in a voice chat, so it's going to be impossible to get him. But let's talk to somebody. Let's talk to somebody. Yeah, let's do it. Kyle Munson. We're going to bring Kyle Munson on. Have you ever met Kyle Munson?
I don't know. I think so.
Kyle Munson in the 18 machine. Kyle, you got a copy.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
How are you feeling? I know you're hanging in the mid-pack there, but I know it's pure chaos, but how are you feeling? How's your car?
The car's not very good because I got damaged right off the right off the jump. So right off the initial start. So
That didn't work out for your Texaco Toyota Camry 18. So again, your teammates though, looks like Mike DeWalt's in a good position. How is he feeling?
hold on, I'm kind of busy right now. Can I-
He is busy. We're gonna kick him out. Kyle, go to hell. There he is, back to Road Soda Motorsports.
I'm kind of busy right now,
Go to
guys.
hell,
I'm
I'm
trying
kinda
to
busy.
drive.
And that's fine. He's trying to work through his stuff, and I totally understand that. I'm not telling him to go to hell for real, but kind of. No, I'm just kidding. Harrison says a retaliation. Tilly ripping the lip out there. Let's go 34. Retaliation. Go to hell. I'm purely joking. I hope you all understand that. That is not serious in any context. I love Kyle. But we are going to get back to where it matters most. And that is the Green Flag Racing. Aiden Donahue actually in control with Van Drugman. I almost said Hugman. Eric Zabel, Alex Tilley, Joe Stafford, Colby Hogan, Gary Owen, Min Hang, Brad Gutierrez, and Connor Rowe rounding out our top 10. Again, the 82 and the 2 been up front all night long, dictating when we go green. And it is still more of the same. Again, getting back at it. 20 cautions last year. I don't think we're close to half of that yet. But you never know. Back to green flag action. Aiden Donahue leading us down in the 82.
Remember tonight's broadcaster's pit stop sponsored by Soulboxer Brandy, shifting gears to a smoother finish.
That's right. Certainly has brought my broadcasting leveling up. I haven't started slurring yet, so that's good.
It's like a mushroom in Mario.
Yeah, exactly. I feel powerful beyond my wildest dreams. Aiden Donahue out in front. Van Drugman, Eric Zabel, Alex Hilly, and Joe Stafford in your top 5. Trent, I got to say, it's been a pleasure having you back in the booth.
Oh, here we go. Always love being here.
We got a battle. We'll talk. We'll get sentimental later. We have a battle.
Drugman is just
Stafford,
Man.
Tilly. Oh, and is an orgy of pain. Tilly getting the worst of it. Hogan as well, dropping position. And holy shit, the 6th of Blake Schneider in the wall.
Look at your stuff for me right there.
You had to say that the
Making friends.
total of cautions from last year, didn't you? Had to bring that up.
Again, I have the Joe Buck Blues. Apparently. We're going to back that ass up and see what we can see in the Gears Cup Series instant replay. L. Rob, sorry, we have a sick one at home tonight. Oh, no. Hey, girl. No, seriously, I hope your little one gets better. I know it's been going around here in Wisconsin, cold flu season nearing its end, but still nipping us in the bud, as it were. Again, hopefully you and your little one gets better. I do appreciate you guys being in the chat. It's fun. JB,
Yeah, that was great.
let me nurse you back to health, brother. Shoot me a message. Joking aside, pay attention to the 6 in that Lily machine. He's already loose, loses control. Skyler almost hits him. Oh, Rossello! Holy shit. If I was Rob Rossello, I would be...
Oh,
I mean, I get it.
Oh.
And I'm sure Rossello is mature enough to understand, like, that was just, collateral damage. He was in the wrong place at the wrong time. But as you can see, Blake Schneider not keeping it together. My teammate in Independent on Tuesday nights.
Just hitting run it one more time. You see
There
that
he
front
goes,
end
and
come
he loses.
loose.
Boom.
And then
That's
it's
the
all B
horsepower.
button.
That is that is the B button, but that is all horsepower right there. That is
Two.
if
3
if it
spins.
becomes difficult. It may not be what you think it is when you come out of 2. And again, I'm a victim of that. I understand it. A lot of people, they do. But it is very troublesome for them. Donahue and Drugman. 34 gonna start shaking and baking. Should it be called Ricky Bobby? You go, girlfriend. Yeah, Blake did hit hard. Sorry, we have sick one at home. Robinson looks like okay. Feel better, Becker. Yeah. Base Puppy redeemed the Loose and Loud segment. If you were watching, we did already do that twice. We'll do it later. Woke up from a nap at 7:45 thinking I could make it in. I better not. I think you're just as good sick as you are 100%.
I'll think of maybe
97 will
one of
be
these
back next
times.
week.
You know, you could slingshot me in for the win.
Yeah, but then how am I going to win? All right, Pepe Le Pew, break it. Aiden Donahue, Van Drugman, row 1.
I'll just
Eric
take those
Sable.
feelings and shove them deep down.
That's right. Deep down inside. We got to watch that. Watch party. Joe Stafford, row 2. Gary Owen, Minhang, row 3. Brad Gutierrez, Connor Rowe, row 4. Colby Hogan and Alex Tilley, row 5 as we get back to the Dairy Queen 200. Again, next week, as always, quick shout out, or excuse me, tomorrow night, Texas Motor Speedway for Base Puppy, twitch.tv/Base Puppy for Texas. Over there on the Gear Sprocket Series. Your home for Gear Sprocket Series action is Nate Williams, twitch.tv/Base Puppy.
Green flag.
Oh, almost everybody disappeared but Aiden Donahue, but we are back. With March Madness being around, it feels like March Madness in gears. Everybody having the itch to get back to racing and competitive driving because you can't do it in traffic. I mean, you can. Oh, looks like Tilley alt F4ing and he's gone. Hopefully he'll be okay.
Oofda.
But it looks like Van Drugman pulling off.
Yep.
Van Drugman pulling into pit lane.
Oh.
Don't know
Definitely
what
have to
that was
find out what
about.
happened there.
It might have been a lane change before the start-finish line, which we do penalize as a drive-through. Andy, you may want to pay attention to that. Is he pitting or is he driving through?
Trying to find right now.
Thank you, sir.
Looks like he is. Well, he qualified up there, so I'll tell you for sure. Yeah, that was a drive-through penalty, Tom.
Drive-through penalty. I would imagine changing lanes before the start-finish line. So again, that is detrimental and opens the race wide open for Aiden Donahue to come out and dominate. Right on board.
Gonna be interesting how this works.
Absolutely.
Drugman's got his work cut out for him. Brian Mars 66 says, wonder if he got a black flag called by iRacing.
I imagine that it might be.
Drive-through was ahead of leader in the zone.
That makes sense. And again, you know, you may scoff at it, but our RC is usually really right on it. Tonight is Nate Williams. And actually,
I'm going to keep my camera on Drugman, Tom, and so just in case to watch him work, because I'm sure he's going to try to work his way back up. And 3 wide with Drugman. He's pushing already, working his way through this traffic.
Let's get a camera on that. Looks like he's moved his way through after we already got there. Let's see what we got. Looks like Rob Rossello bringing us in race reporter. Rob, I know you're not on the track right now, but that competition is fierce, ain't it, Rob?
Oh, it's nuts, man. I mean, it's Dover. It's tough. It's hard to manage everything. But I was just trying to stay alive, and unfortunately, it didn't work out. I'm about to get back out on track here, but yeah, I can't blame Snyder for that at all. It happens. That's the spot on Dover where you're gonna get caught. So, it is what it is. We'll get back out and see what we can do.
Yeah, Rob, I know with the horsepower, I know right in the beginning we noticed there was an issue. Doesn't look like it's an issue so much anymore as people come to understand it. But Rob, in your perspective, do you think the racing has gotten better or worse?
I think it's gotten better. I think that everybody was getting used to the launch on lap 1 there when we wrecked. It's definitely different, especially on a concrete track like Dover. So, Yeah, it's gotten a lot better. You're going to have your cautions here and there like we just did, but I think it's going to be much better throughout the end of the race.
Right on, Rob. Well, we'll keep you around here in the broadcast waiting room. We'll check in with you in just a little bit, see how it's going. Thank you, Rob.
Thanks, man.
Rob Rossello, our new in-race reporter, volunteered his services actually this afternoon. And I'm like, yeah, you're signed up, bro.
Drugman's got about, I don't know, 10 car lengths to make up for the next pack for him here. So that'll be interesting to see how long it takes him to close that gap.
Yeah, we're going to ride on board with him right now. Again, Van Drugman on board right now. Again, last year's 2024 Gears Cup Series champion. Showing everybody how it's done in the Gen 6 car. Going to work
Christian,
as
number
he
96,
had
top
to go through a
15.
drive-thru.
Let's go to number 96, Christian. He's been getting some shout-outs all night. Let's check him out. Give him some camera time.
If I can find his ass. Hold on one moment. Why can't I find him? Where is he at? Ah, there he is in 15th. Big shout out. Christian Taylor, again, I like him a lot. Guy, positive energy in the sport. That is iRacing. And looking good in that Toyota Camry.
That's a sweet paint scheme. What's the sponsor there?
Actually, tonight's sponsor is the Gears Racing League.
No, I mean on the car there.
You're asking me how the fuck am I supposed to know?
Christian's car.
You can read.
Christian Taylor.
You can read. I actually can't see it, so I apologize
I'm
about that.
trying. Christian Taylor, right?
Yes, it is. Number 96.
Oh, this is a monster.
Looking good.
No pass media Camry.
There we go. And I'm sorry, I just don't have the strength to do it.
Oh, that's all good.
But again, Aiden, Showtime, Donahue, Eric Sable, Joe Stafford, Min Hang, Gary Owen, your top five. Again, Min Hang, 34th he started, now up to 4th. Again, Min Hang
Van
designs.
Drugman
Go ahead.
has moved up. Van Drugman's moved up to the first car on the lead down the lap, so he would be the lucky dog, correct? If we did get a caution.
That is correct. Yes. Yes, sir.
So he's gonna need that. He is gonna need that.
95 car,
to make the
it looks like Chevrolet Camaro of Jack Stanley, Cars Obsessed in that 95 with battling with Aiden Lund. Aiden Lund's like, shit, I'm getting out of the way. Jack Stanley says, ka-chow.
Ka-chow.
Sorry, I had to fit that in there. My bad.
Lightning McQueen.
Again, we
Rusty
are on the
is
road
medicated.
to 40 subscribers. We have 32 right now. Again, subscribing to this channel gets you commercial-free racing all season long, as long as you're a subscriber, and some special emotes and emojis, which are pretty
A whole lot of thanks.
fantastic. With a whole lot of thanks.
And Spanx.
Again, it'd be awesome to do this part-time and actually have a part-time job. And I'm not there just yet. Maybe one day. Again, 127 of 200 in the books. The number 82 of Aiden Showtime Donahue in front. With the 30 of Eric Sable in second. The 75 of Joe Stafford in third. The 87 of Gary Owen in fourth. And the 11 of Min Hang in fifth. Right on his ass. 10 of Colby Hogan looking to the inside. Let's watch this battle here now for fifth, Trent.
Min Hang.
Min Hang is making that pass successful. Colby Hogan losing the spot, now under threat from Connor Rowe. And that Miller High Life number 5.
That has definitely made a big change with Drugman not being up at the front anymore. They're kind of like jockeying to see who's going to be that dog.
The one with a lot of dog in him right now is the 82 of Aiden Donahue, leading in
Aiden
the
Donahue.
THD Designs machine. Again, TJ Hanley, a designer in this league, and among other leagues, a business, a private equity himself.
You're right. He's pulled out to a pretty sizable advantage here.
He is fantastic. Now, one thing's to show here, and I don't know if you can see this. iRating, and again, take it with a grain of salt, okay? Aiden Donahue has a 4,500 iRating, almost 4,600. Eric Sable with
Jeez.
almost a 5,400 iRating, with third place of Joe Stafford with a 47 iRating, with fourth place of Gary Owen with almost a 4,600 iRating. So the top four with these guys in the 4,000, 5,000s, you can see the cream slowly rising from the top based on iRating alone.
Cream. The cream.
The cream. Lucky Rio again. I think Andy mentioned this, but this is better than NASCAR with 2 S's. We're going to pin that.
NASCAR.
Can I pin that? Why can't I pin that? That's bullshit.
Because he redeemed a highlighted message. Highlight my message.
Dude, say it again,
All right.
and we'll pin it, because it deserves to be pinned. We're going to follow your, looks like under pressure in the top 5, actually outside the top 5. Minton Hang in the MH Designs number 11 Ford Mustang. Trying to track down the 5th place driver of Colby Hogan in the 10, with Brad Gutierrez and Connor Rowe with Mike DeWalt in pursuit. Thank you, Lucky Rio. You rock. Again, on the road to 40 subs. Again, 40 subs gets you commercial-free viewing and more of the bullshit that I call my satire. Base Puppy yet again marks a loose and loud. I know you got points to spend, Nate. Chill the fuck out. Less than 75 laps to go. Aiden Donahue up front, Eric Sable second, Joe Stafford third, Gary Owen fourth, Colby Hogan fifth. Again, Trent, before I said it, I said it before, but again, a pleasure to have you back in the booth.
Yeah, this is always fun time, man. I appreciate you having me here.
It's what friends are for. And Colby Hogan, you see that Modelo, number 10, Toyota Camry, running around inside the top 5. Under hot pursuit of Connor Rowe. Looks like that pack broke up a little bit. Connor Rowe trying to chase down that established competitor of the 10 of Colby Hogan. Looking sharp, as you mentioned, B-Sag. That number 10.
Yeah, I mean, that number 10 car is sick. The Modelo Especial.
Especial.
I mean, it's a good
Donald
drink.
Trump,
beer.
don't come for us, man. We're legal. Kidding aside, again, Modelo, a great beer. Again, I've tried that. I've been to the
man,
cookout.
that Especial is good shit.
Modelo is not bad. I'm a Blue Moon, if you know your beers. Blue Moon is my kind of specialty.
The old New Glarus.
Again, you and I are going to have to talk about Brewers games this year, see if we can attend one together.
Oh, yeah.
I was actually thinking about that the other day. And again, Blue Moon is my drink of choice. Modelo, not far from that as an alternative option. Again, not my first choice just because it's not my kind of beer, but a good beer nonetheless.
Well, that
if you
Especial is
drinking beer.
like a High Life or an MGD or something. You know?
Exactly. If you're into that, that's totally cool. Ooh, Lucky Rio says, get them Yinglings. I've never tried those. Maybe I shall. This baseball
Blue
season.
Moon and Shock Top. Someone from our area, apparently, Tomsky.
Harrison VR, brother.
Shock
That sounds
Top's
like
some
a
good
great.
stuff.
I mean, I love that Valencia orange peel. I dig it. I don't know what it is, that orange taste. I don't know. Pretty hot. Aiden
Got a
Donahue,
nice
Eric
going
Sable,
on
Joe
here.
Stafford, Gary Hogan, Colby Hogan. Gary Owen, Colby Hogan, hopefully I said that right. In your top 5, Connor Rowe, Brian Gutierrez, Min Hang, Mike DeWalt, and Skylar Comstock. Your top 10. Now, Andy, I did explain to you with this iRacing update most recently, and I don't know if you know this. Victory Lane is possible now. It's achievable. If you win the race, you can
we got some
actually
action
go to
going
pit
on
lane.
around here too.
Where we got?
We got Drugman is in the pack of cars there. A little bit of bumping and grinding going on as he's working his way through. He's
And
still a
it looks
lap
like
down.
Walt's in there. That lap down, but he's fighting. Fighting with Min Hang right now.
Well, yeah, that's why I was in, because you said that, and then I saw the number 2 car in there. I'm like, oh, okay. Man, he is really working.
Van Drugman is trying to do what he can again, trying to go back-to-back tonight. I don't know if he can now with that penalty. But as I was mentioning, you can go into victory lane now at each track.
I mean, he's driving the wheels off that thing.
I love that car design. Like the skin, the Miller Lite skin, that speaks 2006 Miller Lite. And if you remember anything, Trenoir, us at Miller Park,
Rusty.
enjoying some Miller Lite.
Oh, yes.
Rusty Wallace, and then Brad Keselowski taking that number over. A beautiful thing for the Deuce. Again, the 82. The only thing I compare that to is maybe Don Beebe, but then you may may need to know your Packers trivia. Former Buffalo Bill became a Packer, winning the Super Bowl in 1995.
It looks like Jack Stanley and Nate Fuller are ahead of Drugman on the lucky dog list at the moment. So
Jack Stanley ahead of Van Drugman, not by much. Van Drugman in pursuit, but Nate Fuller just ahead of them. Nate Fuller looking really good in that alternative design. Let's see if we can get a picture. Again, long green flag run. There you go. I don't know, Trenoir, if you can find out what the hell that means. We'll find out.
green flag stops coming up soon.
Yes, that will be happening.
Steve Gurley's drinking a Yingling.
Dude, I wish I was drinking a Yingling.
12 to 15 laps to green flag stops. And we got half the field still on the lead lap, so that's pretty cool.
You know, we are exactly next time by, we will be 50 laps to go before the green flag finish. Having a long green flag run, Aiden Donahue in the front with Eric Sable, Joe Stafford, Gary Owen, Colby Hogan, your top 5, with Connor Rowe, Brad Gutierrez, Min Hang, Mike DeWalt, and Skylar Comstock rounding out your top 10. J. Cole says, I'm 5 deep in Coors since lap 100. Bro, I'm 5 fingers deep in boxcar brandy old fashioned. We are not the same. Trenoir is here keeping it amazing.
When keeping it real goes wrong.
Keeping it real. Dude, we should probably hang out and watch some Dave Chappelle. I'm not kidding. But all kidding aside, Eric Sable, a guy that I don't know, up in second place right now, making a good showing in that Chevrolet Camaro. J. Cole says age is just as well as you. Haha. Fuck you, first of all. Just kidding. I love you, J. Cole. You're the man. I am old. Me and Andy, we're both old. We're not gonna.
Yeah, we're
not afraid of
cusp.
that.
We're on the cusp of old, okay? I mean,
And that's okay. That's okay. Actually, I've accepted it. As long as these people here in Gears accept it, I'm totally cool with it. I'm not 50 yet. Oh, shit, yeah. Joining the session here momentarily is one of my good friends that I've come to no over space and time. The 7 of Ryan Roberts again DNFing here tonight. But in the broadcast voice chat, Ryan, again, part of that HB Media team. You see the highlights. That is the man behind the everything that happens with those highlights and Gears Freaks. Ryan, thank you for coming on to the program. How are you, sir?
I'm good, man. Unfortunate early end to the race, but you know, just following along. The broadcast has been fun to watch. Still a lot to go on here.
Yeah, a lot left to be had as we are minus 50 laps to go in this one. Again, I know you got caught up in some bullshit. Your Prilosec OTC machine I thought was hilarious, and I was hoping we would premiere that more here tonight, just not to be. But thank you for being on the program.
Absolutely.
We do have our green flag pit starting there, Tom.
Yeah, Aiden Donahue looks like he's going to be the last of us, quote unquote, taking a pit cycle. Looks like he's pitting now. Gary Owen up ahead and in front. Again, the guy that we interviewed in the pre-race show, if you were watching earlier, now on it up in front with that 87 Target Chevrolet Camaro.
Here he comes to the pit road.
God, make an ass out of me. He's going to go and pit.
Oh.
The 20 of Michael DeWalt.
Oh, man.
I'm not
Broke
going to
it
talk
loose.
about it because I just saw it. DeWalt going to assume the lead. And here we go.
Broke that loose.
Hopefully he didn't get a speeding penalty out of that.
Again, you guys can talk about it and have a little fun.
Hey, he held it. He held it, so.
Got to give him credit, right? Credit when credit is due. DeWalt, Minhang, Kyle Munson, Fortson Poston, Chris Bishop. Your top 5. Big shout out to Chris Bishop, who is now pitting in that ugly stick 41 Toyota Camry. New addition to
here
this
comes
league.
Mike.
Established
Over the
in
pits.
Dota Box. Looks like he's going to pit with Merrick Watchhorn in the 91 and the 11 of Minhang with the 18 of Kyle Munson. When Van Trugman is going to come around turn 2 and 3 and will assume the lead.
And he's trying to pit.
And he is now pitting, making an asshole out
Oh.
of me. Jack Stanley now a candidate for the lead.
Van may have sped there.
Max
As
V
Ryan
fan took a
mentioned-
shot every time there was a caution.
There you go. Jack Stanley
it's
now
been a
out
good
in
race
front,
for
but
him.
I think he might be out of gas and out of ass.
Oh man.
Slowing down in a rapid pace. Aiden Donahue assuming the lead. And we are back at it, boys. Aiden Donahue out in front.
He's gonna make it though. Maybe. All right. I got control of the action here. So, definitely looks like Jack Stanley did make it to his pit box, although he looked like he almost ran out of gas. Aiden Donahue retakes the lead. Fresh skins, juice. What are you thinking about, Ryan? How's your race viewing going tonight?
Looks like Eric Sable's back up in second. We'll see how this unfolds. Just not sure if anybody decided to take 2, but if they're crazy enough, I doubt it.
Now that we have some fresh skins on the cars, do you think these guys are gonna have to make any driving adjustments with the better grip, and do you think that leads to maybe any miscalculations? And do you think we run green to the rest of the race?
We'll see if people try to play the long run strategy out of it, or if they try to get as much out of it early on in the run to gain as much track position in case, maybe a caution comes out. So that'll be interesting to see who decides to do what.
And I see there's a lot of mix in the traffic right now. Aiden Donahue's got a lot of lap traffic kind of just hanging out nearby. Makes me wonder if that's gonna, over the next 10, 15 laps, start to cause the lead lap cars to group back up a little bit.
Yeah, it's. I think lap traffic may be the determining factor on who's going to win this race. See how Aiden can get through some of these guys.
Definitely doesn't look like they're giving him that much room. So
looks like Jonathan Militia is giving the 30 car all he can get, and I think Eric just lets him go.
Who did you have? I mean, I know you were in this race, but if you, let's say you weren't, who would have been your pick to win?
It's hard to say. I mean, I just think like us going back to the Gen 6 car, like it kind of opens things up just to be so, like wide open. I would have definitely said Colby had a good chance. He's had a great start to the season. He's actually the points leader, so
nice.
him or we did some practice with Brad this week. He was really fast. I know he got caught in some things, so I think without Brad getting caught in and getting some damage early on, he definitely would have been a huge factor in this race.
Absolutely. Brad is a threat every time he steps on the track. Again, runner-up last season for the Gears Cup Series Championship with Van Drugman winning. But again, Van Drugman not an issue right now. Currently up in 15th. Aiden Donahue, Eric Sable, Joe Stafford, Colby Hogan, Connor Rowe, your top 5 with Gary Owen, Skylar Comstock, Brad Gutierrez, Min Hag, and Mike DeWalt. Rounding out your top 10 again. Boys that just joined you back in just now. Brad always a threat every time he's on the track. But let's talk about Eric Sable. Not many people know about this guy. Again, about around 5,400 I rating. Does a lot as far as with his car and has done a good job here tonight.
Yeah, Eric's he's a real good driver. You see him a lot racing just in other series and stuff. Races the old, at least the old ARCA car. He's just a great driver. Very smooth. He doesn't need to be overly aggressive. He gets as much out of the car without burning his stuff up.
Does a good job there. Again, currently in second. Colby Hogan in third in that 10 Modelo Especial Toyota Camry, doing a wonderful job. Joe Stafford in fourth. Connor Rowe running that Miller High Life after some early trouble, currently running in fifth, alongside Gary Owen running in sixth.
Yeah, it looks like Eric is losing quite a bit of time to Aiden. He had it under a second about a few laps ago, and now it's about 3.5, so Aiden's pulling away.
Again, at this moment, Aiden's race to lose and trying to work his way around, looks like Jonathan Militia. But again, Donahue coming out tonight, bringing out the big stick. Baseball-related terms.
The big stick.
A good time doing it.
The boomstick.
Again, with the elimination of Van Drugman currently running in 15th, trying to crawl through this field a lap down. He still, even if he gets by everyone, he still has a long way to go to do it again. Again,
he's going to need a caution or it's over for him. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he's going to need a caution and to get himself in position for the lucky dog. So he's going to need multiple cautions to get back into this deal.
It is a hard road for him, but nothing that is unsurmountable, especially for him.
I know you gave a shout out to Colby. I mean, he's our points leader so far. And he's just having another solid run as he has had all year in third.
Yeah, you know, you would think in the Discord it would be the exact opposite, but out on the racetrack, he is pretty quiet. Again, third place right now, your points leader, having a good run so far. Colby Hogan is a Modelo Especial number 10.
Oh, we missed something with Brad there. He just literally climbed the 41 on the back stretch.
Wow.
And I think he's done.
I think his race is over. And that is a bummer. Again, inside 25 laps to go, 24 laps to go. Aiden Donahue, Eric Sable, Colby Hogan, your top 3 right now. Again, after the race, we're going to let them burn it down. And with iRacing being the way it is now, you can actually pull in the pit lane here at Dover. So we are going to actually have our driver pull into pit lane that wins.
You're just so stoked about that.
I am fucking pumped about that. I'm not gonna lie about it.
We missed
Honestly,
the victory lane
I
celebrations.
mean, yeah, exactly. Like, if you won the race, man, especially like if it's Daytona or Talladega, I'm looking for that fucking victory lane. And the first time that I did that, I got, especially at Daytona, you can't get in there. Now,
Yeah.
you can.
Awesome.
And
Yeah,
I
Tom,
think
we-
that's
you and
appropriate.
I-
I mean, go ahead, Ryan. Sorry about that.
No, sorry. I know you and I have talked about it plenty of times, like, you know, the front stretch interviews like they do, you know, on Fox and all that. It's like, we missed the victory lane interviews. Like, that was, like, the coolest part about, you know, winning the big races.
Well,
And it's
yeah,
cool
you get
that
to
iRacing implemented it.
You get to see the trophy, you get to see everything, and now we don't get to replicate that here, obviously. But
Right.
the fact of the matter is, we're able to see the driver in victory lane and interview them while they're in victory lane. I think that is perfectly appropriate for winning a race.
Absolutely.
Shout out to iRacing and kudos for that and making that happen. Again, the guy that we interviewed so far in that Target Chevrolet Camaro, the 87 of Gary Owen, currently running in fourth. Van Drugman has passed him, trying to be the lucky dog, which he will be so far, being the first one a lap down. But again, all 82. 82 has a 5-second lead over Eric Sable in the 30. Colby Hogan about a second and a half back from Eric. Now Donahue looks like he's put a lot of practice in, considering what we've heard throughout the week. Point proven right now. Van Drugman out of the way makes for easy picking for the 82 team.
Yeah, he's easily been arguably the fastest car on track all day, and he's just putting a whooping on everybody. Oh. Him trying to see Aiden there trying to avoid the lap car. That was almost a bad situation for him.
That was almost a bad situation indeed.
You can tell that this race is taking a toll on everybody. I mean, there's only 10 cars on the lead lap right now, and Munson's not very far off from going a lap down at 10.
And, you know, Dover is a specialty track, man. It's either you can do it or you can't. Some people can maintain on a long green flag run on a car that they may be inexperienced with, could cause some trouble down that path. Again, for most of these drivers that are in the top 15, not so much of an issue. On back tends to be. It is different. Again, we are normally a next-gen Cup Series. That's what we do. But for inside mile and a half, this is where we're going. We are going to Gen 6. That is sticking. That is not changing. That is going through the rest of the 2025 season.
I really do, as a driver. Sorry, Tom. I do, as a driver, really like the change. There's definitely a lot more, you know, like throttle control involved with the more horsepower in these cars. Just everything on these smaller tracks with these cars, it's going to put a lot of really good racing out on the table for us to be able to watch.
Yeah, and you know, a lot of these people that are upset that, you know, they may have been taken out, you know, prematurely, which I know you probably feel in that, you're probably in that corner. You know, all the races are reviewed, so if things aren't claimed like, hey, I did it, my bad type thing, we look back into it. Even if they claim it and it's really egregious, sometimes we tack on top of it, but typically we don't really penalize people for who claim the caution. But at the end of the day, especially Dover, there's going to be situations where nobody's going to claim it. We're going to have to review it and put the work in. But then again, penalties are going to be even harsher on those drivers who have made that mistake. So if they haven't come out and claimed it or come out and been proactive, being like, hey, I think that's my fault here, again, penalties will be more severe. The penalty system, as severe as it is, will work and weed out the drivers that do not fit into the Cup Series.
Yeah, just to add to that, I mean, you know, there was a lot of penalties from this race last year, and, you know, just it being a notoriously tough track, you know, especially if one little mistake can take out a lot of drivers, but it's definitely been a lot better race overall from the last year's. last year's race at Dover with
Yeah.
the Gen 7 car.
Yeah, and I believe, like, I think 20 cautions was last season. I don't think we've hit half that yet. And if we have,
No.
we're close to it.
Right. I mean, and I think it was very expected for a lot to happen kind of early, you know, because people didn't know, and it was a lot of unknown, you know, and a lot of people don't race this car on a regular basis anymore.
Yeah, and that is something to get used to. And I think going forward, if they know which race is which, I would personally suggest a test drive for it, just so you have the experience for it. It's a lot more horsepower underneath your steering wheel than what you're used to in the next-gen Cup car. Practice really goes a long way in preparing for races such as this. Again,
Absolutely.
I feel for drivers who have prepared and have been taken out by somebody else who may not have been as experienced as the other person. Again, you can only rely on yourself to be as experienced as you are, and you hope damn well that the other drivers would follow suit. But again, not always a perfect pairing, especially at Dover.
Absolutely, man. It's just part of it, you know. We'll learn and grow and get better from it. You know, it's just. I think that there's a lot of positives to take from this and going forward for sure. With how good this race has been, you know, just in general. And to get back on the action, looks like Colby is actually catching Eric for second.
He is closing the gap and in a hurry. And it'll be interesting to watch again. Aiden Showtime Donahue's race to lose. But definitely an interesting race for second with 7 laps to go. And honestly, I didn't know I knew, but felt like this would go on a little longer. But again, a long green flag run really helped.
Yeah, this race has gone by pretty quick. You guys have done a really good job keeping it green here for quite a long time.
Again, Ryan Robertson, an in-race reporter in the booth here tonight after a DNF. Unfortunate for him. Hopefully we can pick up the slack tomorrow night, but we will find out at Texas.
That should be a good one.
Should be. Donahue, your first place driver right now. Eric Sable in second. Colby Hogan in third. Gary Owen in fourth. Joe Stafford in fifth. Connor Rowe in sixth. Minhang in seventh. Mike DeWalt in eighth. Skylar Comstock in ninth. And Kyle Munson, the guy said that his shitbox wouldn't drive, rounding out your top 10 and actually having a good run for that Toyota team.
This is a really good battle with Connor Rowe and Joe Stafford with a lot of lap cars back here for sixth, or for fifth,
Hot
sorry.
and heavy for fifth. Joe Stafford trying to crack that top 5 no matter what it takes. He says, Connor, hold my beer. Connor's like, nah, man, I'm double fisting already. Got one of those beer helmets on with the fucking tubes that go into your mouth. Connor Rowe trying to hold Joe Stafford. And again, getting a little loosey-goosey coming out of 4, but our focus now should be on the 82 of Aiden Donahue. Again, a competitor extraordinaire, was up front last week, lost his way, now back at Dover, dominating in that TH Designs machine, and is 1 lap away here as we approach the white flag from winning the Dairy Queen 200 and his first ever win as a rookie here in the Gears Cup Series. Yeah,
Definitely
nice
been
and clean.
dominant.
Yeah, absolutely. 7-second lead on Sable and Hogan. Can confirm he has a beer to have. Thank you, BT Road 21. THD Designs, hopefully you are happy for your boy 82 Aiden Showtime Donahue, your winner of the Dairy Queen 200.
Yeah, get it, Aiden.
Look at that drift. Holy shit, my boy.
Yeah.
Get some. Get some.
You know he loves to win in his hometown race at his hometown track.
Oh my goodness, dude. That was fucking cool. Again, Andy Visag, Ryan Robertson, and myself, Tom Torrey, in the booth getting ready for the Gears Cup Series post-race show. Getting sponsored by Casa de la Horseboat and TA Broadcasting, bringing you the most amazing race motorsports action coverage that there is to offer on Twitch. Again, there is your race results at the top of your screen. Aiden Donahue, Eric Sable, Colby Hogan, Gary Owen, Connor Rowe, Joe Stafford, Skylar Comstock, Min Hang, Mike DeWalt, and Kyle Munson rounding out your top 10. Let's take a short commercial break, which we don't have any, to give you Aiden Donahue burning it out. Interviews up next between third, second, and first. Coming up here on Costa David Horse Mode. All right, bringing us back in now here for the Gears Cup Series post-race show. Again, happy to have you along with us. Again, Ryan Robertson in the booth. Special guest Andy B-Sag, a.k.a. Trenwar, in the booth. Again, third place finisher in the booth with us right now, Colby Hogan. Again, your points leader. May not be after tonight, but a strong showing third place. How are you feeling after tonight, Colby?
I'm tired.
That's all you got to say? You're tired?
That was a physical one.
All right, Colby, again, you finished third. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Aiden Donahue, very good race.
Awesome. Colby Hogan, that is amazing. Go to bed, man. Thank you for a third place finish. Thank you for hanging out. Get rid of that guy while we can. Again, finishing in third is Colby Hogan. Let's see if we can get Eric Sable here in the booth. Eric, you got a copy, man.
What's up, man?
Eric, finishing second. Now I got to ask you before we get into the interview, is it Sable, Sable? What the hell is it, man? Entertain us.
It is Sable.
Eric Sable, I got it right on the first try. Chalk that up on the board, Trent. That was amazing. Eric, second place finish here tonight. Started sixth, but again, always inside the top 10, never failing with that 30 machine. How are you feeling after a run here tonight at Dover?
Honestly, this Snyder Graphics Red Bull Chevrolet was pretty good all night long. It was really, really tight behind people, though. Very, very hard to pass, so tread position was very key all night long. But hats off to Aiden. I don't know how he held on to those tires. I was just talking to him in the waiting room there. I'm like, hats off to you. I got caught up in some lap traffic on that last pit stop, and I thought I would just be ahead of him, did that clean air, but I'll take home P2 for the first race in the Gears Racing League here.
Eric, you are really good, man. I hope you stick around. You are fantastic and an asset to the Gears Cup Series. Appreciate having you. Congratulations on a second place finish again. One more time, anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Everybody in the broadcast seems like it's awesome. I tuned in while I was racing here, and yeah, everybody that makes this league go on. I'm glad I'm here. It's a lot of fun racing, and you know what? Looking forward to next week.
Awesome. Well, I do appreciate your time and your energy, Eric. Have a great evening. Hopefully we'll see you back here next week. Over.
Yes, sir.
All right. Nashville Super Speedway up next. And not last but not least, the winner of tonight's race, Aiden Showtime Donahue. Are you down in victory lane right now?
I am. I am indeed, man.
I'm trying to show you. Where the hell are you? Hold on. I got to get the grid out of here. Hopefully I can make this happen. Go back out. Can you go back out?
No, it says race over.
Damn it. So you
Sorry.
next time
Sorry. I
we
was
gotta
in
get
there. I was in
That's
there.
all right. That's all right. Your first win here in the Gears Cup Series, your rookie season here. Donahue, you had a great run. Van Drugman getting a penalty, which opened the door for you and the 82 machine. How are you feeling after tonight's victory?
Absolutely ecstatic. I was a little upset that we got wrecked out at Texas, but man, this is my home track. I used to live 5 minutes from here, and ever since Xbox 360, I've always prided myself on trying to be good here. So we did a lot of practice this week, and I can't thank TJ Hanley enough and FLM Fast Living Motorsports for taking me on. And we were fast. We kept up with Van this time, but unfortunately he got the penalty. But man, it means so much to win here, dude. I'm so happy right now.
I figured as much. I mean, you raced your ass off being here. Again, Dover, Delaware native. Again, 5 minutes from the track. Not more of a fitting session than it would be here tonight at Gears, getting win number 1, which I imagine will be more as we go down the road. I think you are a threat to the championship. Aiden Donahue, anybody you want to give a shout out to tonight?
Yeah, I want to give a massive shout out to my fiance. She watches all my races and is so supportive.
What's her name? Let's get her first name.
Her name is Clara.
Hell yeah, Clara.
She's amazing. I gotta give a big thanks to my spotter Connor Asbell. He's goated. He helped me out Daytona. He was there rooting me on the whole race, and just everyone that watches my streams. Everyone's so awesome and give me so much support. So big shout outs to them. Big shout out to my dad. He watches me too. And
hell yeah.
But man, this is so cool. I love winning this track, man, and we got to win this early so we can finally get that off our shoulders.
Yeah, I mean, a monkey off your back, metaphorically speaking, but win number 1 is a really good cherry to pop here at the Gears Racing League. Again, Gears Cup Series. 1 win is super important. More is even more amazing down the road. Congratulations, Aiden, and I hope to see you next week when we're at Nashville Super Speedway.
I hope to be here. I hope to be here every single race.
Hey man, the 82 machine is dominant, and again, as a viewer and an entertainer and a broadcaster, you bring a lot of good content my way. Congratulations, man. Hope you soak this in. We'll see you next week in Nashville.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. Have a good one, guys.
Thank you very much. Again, Ryan Robertson in the booth, Andy Bisag, either one of you guys. Any final thoughts before I tee it up?
Go ahead, Trent.
I mean, not too much other than once those boys got it together, that last long green flag run was really sealed the deal for track positioning. It was turned out to be an okay race.
Ryan, how about you?
Yeah, race was good, man. After all the, quote unquote shit show at the beginning, I thought the racing was good at the end. Tire wear came into play, and I think Aiden was definitely a well-deserved winner.
Yeah, I mean, overall this race was better than the 2024 version of Dover, and I cannot tell you how ecstatic I am to have this race conclude on its merits tonight. Again, Ryan Robertson, Andy Bisag in the booth. Thank you for being a part of this, teeing it up here, I should say. Next week, Dolly's Music City 200 at Nashville Super Speedway, same bat time, same bat channel. So hopefully we have highlights. I'll make sure you got points. And again, we'll have somebody here in the booth with me next week. Again, for Ryan Robertson, Andy Bisag, and myself, Tom Torrey, you are watching the Gears Cup Series on Casa de la Horseboat, and we will see you next week for Dolly's Music City 200.
Night.